Hey y'all, hope y'all are happy Friday. Hope y'all have had a good week. So today we're gonna finish up those notes that we started yesterday. So if you haven't already, make sure you have this pulled up if you're using mine. Small says hello apparently. So we stopped yesterday with the food part of this, but today we're gonna do the early kingdoms part, which includes these three kingdoms here: Ghana, Mali, and Songhai. So well, let's get this. The kingdom of Ghana started along what is known as the Niger River. It is not pronounced how it looks. It is pronounced Niger. There's actually a country called Niger. And its river runs through there and runs through what is today the country of Mali. It was believed to have been founded around the year 300, and we believe these are the first group of people to in sub-Saharan Africa to build and equip their troops with iron weapons. Their base of power came from their control of the trade routes used to trade gold and salt, both of which were extremely valuable commodities back then. And they were able to control these trade routes and make a ton of money until around the year 1076, when this group, known as the Almoravids, came from North Africa and waged a war on all Muslims and all non Muslims, including the people in this kingdom of Ghana. The next one came about 200 years after Ghana and is known as the Kingdom of Mali. It also started along the Niger River, started around the year 1235, and they also controlled those gold and salt trade routes. They actually expanded further. They went east to the Atlantic Ocean and then west to the Atlantic Ocean and east to cities such as Gao and Timbuktu. Unlike the Kingdom of Ghana, they accepted and practiced Islam throughout their empire. They began to decline in the 1400s after a series of terrible rulers, civil wars, and the rise of a neighboring empire, which we'll see in a second, called the Songhai. They established themselves along the banks of the Niger River also. So all three of the empires we have looked at so far have started along the Niger River. It was founded around the year 1460 and would last until 1591 ish, with the capital being at the city of Gao. They were able to conquer major trading cities such as Timbuktu and Jenne, but they didn't manage to take the full trade routes that the other two had, the gold and salt trade routes. They were attacked and defeated by the expanding empire of Morocco to the north. So that would be up in here. There are two people that we are going to talk about. The first one is a guy by the name of Mansa Musa. Mansa is just the traditional title given to a king. So really, this guy's name is King Musa. He was a practicing Muslim, which meant that he was expected to take the Hajj to Mecca at some point during his lifetime. Being the king, he had the money to do so. And he actually, I'll tell you, there's a story that goes with him, I'll tell you here in a second. He traveled through Egypt on his way to Mecca, and the Egyptians were absolutely amazed by his wealth. He was encouraged by the Egyptian universities and other centers of learning, so he made a point to bring those back with him when he returned to Mali. So the story that goes along with him is that there are accounts where he spent so much money in Egypt that he actually crashed the Egyptian economy. This rumor goes, he had 100 camels, each one carrying about 300 pounds worth of gold. 500 slaves, each of them carrying around 7 pounds of gold themselves. And his entourage, his group of people traveling with him, is rumored to have had over 10,000 people in it. And it is said that he spent so much money that he actually crashed the Egyptian economy while he was in Egypt. And it took him 10 years, I think is what I read, to get it back to what it was before he got there. So the other guy we're going to look at is a guy by the name of Ibn Battuta. He was a extremely well-known explorer, visiting more places than anyone at any point in history up to that point. He wrote a book about his travels known as the Rila of Ibn Battuta. Sure. He eventually traveled over 75,000 miles, visited 40 different countries, and traveled across 3 separate continents. To give you all an idea, here's a map of the places he is said to have traveled. So he went as far as West Africa, up into Europe, and as far east as Asia and China. To give you guys an idea. So that is actually the notes we have. I'm gonna put a video from Discovery Yet on the module for today for the empires that I want you to watch. It's like 5 minutes, but there is no questions for it. I just want you to watch it. So with that being said, that is all I have for you all. I hope you all have a good weekend. Enjoy the weekend, and I will see you all back here on Monday.